Man claims he has DNA evidence after doing the nasty with 2 aliens. Welcome to the Strokeonaut channel. I'm Chris. I had a stroke, and now I love aliens. Let's get to the video.
The Strokeonaut. Finding the truth.
This came out in a recent interview on the Area 52 podcast with Chris Ramsey. The guy's name is Peter Curry. It's not a new story. He's been telling this story for years, but Chris delved into it. It's 2 episodes. They're a couple hours each, so it's a fascinating story. But basically, just this part I'm going to talk about is that he had a little meeting with 2 aliens, and he got some hair. And then this is like about 20 years ago, and then he went and had the hair DNA tested. So I'm going to play a little clip of, just a small clip of what he said about the testing, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. Roll the tape.
Here for a couple of months, and then Bill contacted me and he said, mate, we've got some results here that aren't adding up. We want to do some more work on this. Would you give us permission? And I said, do what you got to do, and the second phase was the nuclear DNA testing. And in one of the tests, they found in the root of the hair, they had the rarest Basque, Gaelic, Scandinavian looking, tall, blonde, blue eyes DNA. And in the shaft of the hair, it had the rarest mitochondrial DNA.
The Chinese, Tibetan.
Chinese, the
Mongolian
Lahu. And
that's 2 individually 2 rare haplotypes. The Chinese Tibetan one being extremely rare. There's only a few other haplotypes that are more rare than that. One of them is like the pygmy tribe.
That's right.
We're talking extremely, extremely rare. So already, first of all, it having 2 haplotypes in the same sample, we're talking
same hair.
Same hair.
Yeah.
Is highly unusual.
Yeah.
There's some type of graft happening. This is before hair grafts.
Yeah.
So there's some type of mix happening here. Now, at first, one might be quick to dismiss that as some type of contamination, but you have to understand that when testing these things are washed.
Oh, 100.
They are made sure that there is no contaminant whatsoever. So although, that's where people would interject, even that.
But the head scientist, they got to understand, he had written a number of books. He was, high authority on the DNA stuff. And if there was anything questionable, he would have discovered it.
Well, they were looking for it.
They were looking, They were trying to find something to discredit, not discredit, but to prove that something went wrong.
Because it's anomalous. It's an absolute anomaly. So, on top of that, the hair itself being the color and tone it was like a very light blonde or like a see-through, almost albino hair, and it was wispy.
Even more intriguing than albino.
Exactly,
albino, you see the white hair.
That's right.
Where this one, it was, when I said earlier, it was like wispy, but
see-through.
It was like see-through.
Yeah. They couldn't actually see it. They had to even when they were studying it, they had to use light to bounce off of it.
That's
because
right.
you couldn't see it. It was so faint and so transparent. For that, they do another test, which you mentioned.
Yes. What they found was a CCR5 gene deletion, and if you don't have that in your system, you're not
2.
That's right.
Yeah,
and you're not gonna catch sexually transmitted diseases.
That's right.
And early on, when I had these researchers sit down with me and question me for hours and hours, and I said to them, these people are made for a reason. This is where it all comes together. And if you're going to have or make a being or a creature, male, female, whatever, and they don't have that, and they're not going to catch sexually transmitted diseases, it's part and parcel of what they're trying to achieve.
Of course.
You wouldn't have someone that's going to catch a disease and affect a child, a baby or whatever, or affect them.
So when you just heard that, you got some of the results of the test, but really didn't say it was alien. It just said it was very odd DNA testing. But like they were saying, that's 20 years ago. They have new technology that, you could test it much better now. So in this next clip, apparently the doctor who did the original test saved a little vial of it, some DNA evidence. This is like 20 years ago, and put it in his safe. And as you'll hear, he contacted the guy and said, trying to contact the guy, say, we can get that sample you have and test it. And the guy apparently forgot he had it. If you really have alien DNA in your safe, and how would you forget about it for 20 years? So I don't know. The story's just, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. So we'll play that part of the clip now, and then we'll talk about it. Roll the tape.
Will affect them.
Another question is, would you be willing to have it retested with, and I'll pay for it?
Yeah, unfortunately, the hair was destroyed to a point where there's no root anymore.
There's not enough?
And there's the shaft that I have.
Yeah.
It's minute, but my recollection is that Dr. Horace Drew said to me, this is over a phone conversation, not one-on-one in person. He said to me, look, DNA is we're in the toddler stage back then. He said, this is just starting. It's going to get much, much more advanced. And he said he's got a little vial with a little bit of DNA and it's sitting in his safe.
And he's saving it.
And he said to me, who knows what could happen in 10, 20 years with the advancement of... when they first did the test, they did it in a lab, a private lab.
Yeah.
I know in a couple of podcasts they say CSIRO did it. No, it was CSIRO staff that worked there but didn't do it through CSIRO.
Right.
They kept that separate. And I got the impression that, well, that's what I was told, that there was minute tube of DNA and 10, 20 years down the track, they could do a lot more with it.
I think that's today. I think it's
do today. And I've asked Bill to ask Dr. Horace Drew to please go and look in his safe.
Yes.
Because I didn't make that up. That didn't just come into my head.
No,
I thought, oh yeah, he's got, I was told that he did. So maybe because he's done so many different things and he's just forgotten about it.
Maybe.
But I'm reminding him and Bill and saying, just check. You might find a little tube there, a little vial.
Yeah.
And it might have, and then maybe we can work with that. Now, I got.
So now he has only a small piece of hair left, but he doesn't want to have it tested because he doesn't want to lose the small piece. But if you definitely have evidence, and Chris Ramsey says he'll pay for the testing, but he has a small piece, but he doesn't want to have it tested because it'll ruin the piece. So, you will listen to it. Roll the tape.
Now, I got contacted by a scientist from Western Sydney University, and he said to me, we need 1/6 of the hair, the size of the hair, and we'll tell you what they ate or what they eat. And I said, look, I don't have much of the hair left. I'm not going to destroy the hair, completely lose it and not have anything to find out what they eat. Like, I don't care whether they eat strawberry or whether they eat apples, I really don't care. It'd be good if we had enough samples. I wish they left a clunk of hair.
So, I mean, what's interesting here, that if you do end up getting it tested, and here's what matters the most, is because these tests and this study was not peer reviewed. No. And I know that's innocuous to compare that to what happened to you because it's objectively something that's real. To say that, like, oh, you need this to be peer reviewed to be real is absurd. However, that would revolutionize science. Yeah. Because we're looking at something that, although after, doing the modern sort of throughput tests with it, the high throughput sequencing, we wouldn't be able to prove it's extraterrestrial.
That's right.
You'd never be like, oh, that's alien.
Yeah.
But we could effectively say there is nothing else, not only in the human gene pool, but even in the bacterial gene pool that matches this DNA.
That's right. Yeah.
And that type of anomaly would...
So I have links to all that podcast on Chris Ramsey above below. I also have links to old interviews he did probably 10, 15 years ago. They're old, but I got links below so you can watch his original interviews that the guy Peter gave. So you can watch them and you can check the story out. And see if it hashes together. So I put the links down there below also. So what do you guys think? I mean, if he definitely has that hair, piece of definite DNA on that hair, that sample it can prove or open up science and prove that there's aliens or hybrids or whatever. Wouldn't you have it tested? So that's why I don't know what you guys think. Put it in the comments below. But I just think something's not adding up here. I'm not saying he's not telling the truth. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying, let's put on our critical thinking hats and think about this for a minute. If you have it, why wouldn't you have it? Especially now with the testing they can do now. So I don't know. Just something doesn't add up here. But let me know what you guys think, because it just doesn't make sense to me. If you really watched both interviews, it's fascinating. He does a great job. His production is fabulous. It's a great interview, and there's a lot more data there. But you got to watch it all and see what you think. Maybe I'm totally off base. I'm just saying, if you had it, why wouldn't you just immediately go get it tested and prove it once and for all? That's what I'm saying. It's not passing the snuff test, in my opinion. But like I've said, I had a stroke, so I could be wrong, Please like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. I would really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you a thing, really. Zero. I know he says a lot of other stuff. If you click on one of the links from one of his older interviews, when he said he licked the skin or bit some of the skin off of her and gave him a 6-hour erection, he says. But that's not in the Chris Ramsey one. That's one of the original videos. But I left a link to it so you can watch that. So I don't know, guys. Just let me know what you think in the comments below. I don't know. But thanks, and this is the end of this short video. Because it was 2 aliens, not 1. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
The Strokeonaut. Finding the truth. The truth has no agenda.